there's a huge market shift. Even just today, regardless of kind of what you think of the organization, JP Morgan is planning on investing $200 billion in renewables over, X amount of time. From biggest corporations down to your local hardware shop, they're shifting because they see that, not just for the environmental reasons that we all care about, but because they want to begin to control their own energy future. And so that's one of the biggest things that I've seen, especially over the past 5 years. There's just been this change in understanding that's created a wave towards more projects, towards more generation. And so that's a very uplifting thing to see, and it's going to continue to be that because we don't have a plan. And when we try and create a plan in the state, the next 2 years roll around, and all of a sudden somebody else wants to create a different plan. So it's going to rely on us. It's going to rely on your dollars and your purchasing power to continue to help businesses move in that direction.
We'll take one more question. It's getting late, so I'll go over here.
Okay, thanks, Rob. Okay, it's actually a follow-on to what can we do. So I'm John Gage. I'm a volunteer of Citizens Climate Lobby. I don't know if you've ever heard of Citizens Climate Lobby. The gentleman that asked the question? Okay, so fundamentally we have a market that has failed. The energy market has failed, and a lot of the costs of using fossil fuels are not included in the price. So consumers don't make the best decision. They make the cheapest at the current point in time decision. The leading economists and leading climate scientists say that in order to get everybody to make the right decisions, I mean, I do the same thing. I change my light bulbs, I drive a good car that gets fuel efficiency, and I tell my friends to do the same thing, but I don't think the average person does that. And that's just the middle, so there's 50% of people that are below average, and they're not. So if we change the market conditions on how everybody shops and how they vote, they will vote for the cheapest solutions. Citizens Climate Lobby has a federal legislative solution. We lobby Congress and we talk to groups to build political will in order to enable Congress to address the problem directly. So to address the problem directly, we need to put a steadily increasing fee on the production of fossil fuels where they enter the economy, and then return all the money collected back to American households each month on an equal basis. So everybody gets the same share back. And what that does is middle-income households break even. Middle-income households spend an average amount, and that will be on fossil fuels directly and also higher prices on products that are produced with fossil fuels. But we also get an average back, which is a wash. Low-income households come out ahead because they spend less than average, but they get the same amount that everybody else gets back. Their extra income each month lets them spend on life's basic necessities, and this policy actually creates jobs and grows the economy. So it shifts the market conditions over time. You can't do it all at once. So we start at $15 a ton of CO2 emitted, and that's coal, oil, and natural gas. They each produce different amounts of carbon dioxide when they're burned, but we can tell how much coal is going to produce a ton of carbon dioxide, and you put a $15 fee on that when it gets sold into the economy. Same for natural gas and oil. All of the money returning back to households is letting our purchasing power not get eroded away. If prices get more expensive and we don't get the money back, we're losing purchasing power, and that will hurt the economy. And the third part of it is border adjustments. So our costs are going to go up even though we are breaking even. Exporting to other countries and importing, prices won't be normalized unless we put border adjustment tariffs on trade. So on the imports, we normalize the production prices based on whether they've got a carbon price or not. And on exports, we subsidize those on the way out, negative tariff, to make our products competitive overseas. So that protects US jobs from going overseas, and it also strongly encourages those other countries to also put a price on carbon, because otherwise every time they import goods into the US, we've got a tariff on their goods, and we're just taking their money where they could be keeping that money and using it on their own policies. And so I'm taking up way too much time. I have one more positive note.
If we could actually wrap it up, then
Oh, yes.
we can talk afterwards. But I mean,
Yeah,
just quickly, pricing carbon is something that increasingly has bipartisan support, and I think it will grow. But let's, it is getting late, so I thank everybody for being here today.